Welcome to Easy Pace English, the place where English is learned calmly with simple stories and relaxing practice. Today we bring you a new story told in slow, clear English to help you practice listening and build your vocabulary. This story is about one of the biggest inventions in modern life, the Internet. Let's begin. Learn English through history, the story of the Internet. Today, we use the Internet every day. We use it to read, to watch videos, to send messages, to buy things, and to learn, just like you're doing right now. But have you ever asked, where did the Internet come from? The story of the Internet is not very old. In fact, it began only about 50 years ago. But in that short time, it changed everything. Let's go back to the 1960s. At that time, computers were very large. A single computer could fill an entire room, and most of them were used by governments, universities, or large companies. They were not connected. If you wanted to share information, you had to print it or copy it by hand. In the United States, during the Cold War, the government wanted a new way to share information safely between computers. So a group of scientists and engineers created a network called ARPANET. This was the very first version of the Internet. It connected a few computers across different universities so they could send messages to each other. The first message ever sent over ARPANET was in 1969. It was supposed to say login, but only the first two letters made it through before the system crashed. So, the first Internet message in history was just low. Even that was historic. In the 1970s and 1980s, more people began connecting computers together. New technology called protocols help computers talk to each other. One of these protocols is called TCP/IP, which is still used today. Thanks to these systems, computers around the world could finally connect. But the Internet was still very technical. It was only for scientists, researchers, and military use. There were no websites, no videos, no pictures, just simple text and code. That changed in 1989 when a man named Tim Berners-Lee, a scientist from England, had a big idea. He created something called the World Wide Web. It allowed people to create and visit websites. He also created the first web browser and the first website. The web made the Internet easier to use. In the 1990s, everything started to grow fast. More people bought home computers. Companies began building websites. People sent emails. News spread quickly. Suddenly, the Internet was not just for experts. It was for everyone. Do you remember dial-up? That was the sound your computer made to connect to the Internet through a telephone line. It was slow and noisy, but it worked. And it was the start of online life for millions of people. Then came faster Internet, broadband, Wi-Fi, and smartphones. New platforms were created: Google, Facebook, YouTube, Amazon, Wikipedia, and many more. The Internet changed how we communicate, how we learn, how we shop, how we work, and even how we think. Today, the Internet connects more than 5 billion people. We use it to talk with family, find directions, watch movies, study languages, and even meet new people. It helps in hospitals, schools, governments, and businesses. It is hard to imagine life without it. But the Internet also brings challenges. Not all information is true. Some people use it in bad ways. It's important to learn how to use the Internet wisely, with care and respect. The story of the Internet shows how fast technology can grow. It reminds us that ideas can become powerful tools. And it shows how one invention can connect the world in ways we never thought possible. And now, thanks to the Internet, you can learn English from anywhere in the world, even with this very story. That is the story of the Internet. Thank you for listening to Easy Pace English. We hope this story helped you practice English and learn something new in a calm and enjoyable way. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who is also learning English. And remember, learning English is not a race. It's a journey. We'll see you in the next story. Goodbye for now.